Hey, everybody. Welcome to Everything Philly Podcast, your platform for entertainment, trending topics, and overall just everything that's going on in Philly. I'm Sharice.
And I'm Patrice.
And Everything Philly has been on a hiatus for a little bit, but we're back, and we're back on a new platform. This is going to be the first episode of Girl Talk, being co-hosted with my cousin, Patrice. So thanks, Patrice,
Thanks for having me on Everything Philly.
Yes. I'm not going to call you Patrice because that's not how I address you. I address you as Pat. So funny story about me and my cousin is that we're 10 days apart. Our names rhyme, and I think our mothers look just alike.
They do.
They're like oil and water, though.
And actually, her mother was supposed to have her before my mom. So.
No, it was vice versa.
Oh, vice versa. Okay.
Your mom was supposed to have you first.
Right.
But my mom had me first. Your mom got mad at my mom.
She's older than I am.
And she always makes a point to say that I'm older, which it's okay.
It's fine.
10 days, yes. But I decided to do Girl Talk because not only are you my cousin, we are actually like friends, sisters. We grew up together literally. First cousins, our parents are like blood sisters. So I thought this would be a good idea for us to just to kind of like bond, hang out, talk about everything Philly, even though I'm not from Philly, and we'll talk about that as well. But I just thought it was a perfect opportunity.
I like to say that, like, yes, I was born and raised in Philly, but I would like to say that I'm not actually from Philly, if that makes sense.
Really? You're not claiming Philly as where you're from?
I mean, I spent most of my childhood years
down south with grandma?
Down south.
Yeah.
And came back up here mostly in like the 4th grade and then went down every summer. You know, but
yeah, well,
a little bit Philly.
When I think of you, Pat, it's always Philly. So I do remember staying with grandma for a time, but we all stayed with grandma at some point in time.
Yeah.
That was our summer vacation. I remember Mommy used to get me out of school a week early just to drop me off at grandma's house for the whole summer. Mind you, grandma lived in the boonies on a farm. We dissected frogs for fun. Walking to the stop sign and back was a treat.
The highlight of the day.
The highlight of the day, yeah. So I'm excited to do this. So I just want to talk about, like, even though it's Everything Philly, we are going to be talking about Everything Philly, but I'm not originally from Philly, even though they say it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. I'm from Virginia, 1 VA Southern Belle. Google me. No, just kidding. But I'm from Virginia. She's the reason that I'm here because, first of all, no, Aunt Vinyl told me I was in the midst of in college and couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And my aunt was like, just come to Philly for a couple weeks and clear your head. So I was like, all right. I hopped on a train and I stayed with Pat and my aunt. And do you remember when we went just on a humbug to fill out applications?
I do.
And I filled out an application. She needed the job. I filled out an application.
The job, right? Because I was going to CCP at the time, I think.
Well, not needed it like, oh my God, I got to find a job. But if you would have gotten that job, you would have taken it. Yeah. I was going back home in 2 weeks, so I didn't need the job. But I filled the application out anyway. Guess who got the job? I did. Do you remember that morning when I got it? I remember everything. I'm a Capricorn. You don't remember?
Is that the one with the bank teller?
Yeah. And I was like, they want me for the job. He was like, take it.
Yeah.
Yes. So Pat is the reason that I came to Philly. I got the job. I went back home. I got my car. I caught the train back to Virginia, packed up my car. I had a 1990 Chevy Corsica.
Yes.
Packed up my car, came back to Philly, and that was in 95. 95, yeah, because I experienced the first snow of 96. Mm-hmm. Snow that was past the waist. I'd never seen that before. Yeah, hopping the fence. Yep. So, so you're the reason that I'm here, and it's been on. I've never gone back home only to visit. Have no desire to live in Virginia ever again.
Yeah, it's like once she got a taste of Philly, it was Philly for life after that.
Philly was different. Like this is unfiltered, ladies and gentlemen, unadulterated. I'd never been to a city where I can get weed at the corner store. In this one, you want me to tell that story?
I knew all about it. Back in the day, okay, back in the day, yes, I knew all about it, and I showed Cherise all the ropes, and she was hooked.
They would
Not-
never serve me though.
not
Not hooked like
like-
an addict.
Not hooked on weed, but she was hooked on Philly at that
Yes.
point. Yeah.
Yes, go to the corner store. You give them $10, no, $11, like 10 for
Buy
your
a bag of
stuff. Buy a bag of
chips,
chips.
and
Even though they would never honor me, they would always be like, "We ain't got nothing,"
yeah.
and I would come back to the car like, "They said they ain't
didn't
got
give it to
nothing,"
me.
and she would go in and come back out like, "It's them damn glasses," which I couldn't help. I always been 4-eyed, but you know, it's all good.
Right.
But yeah, I've been hooked on Philly ever since. Also, when I was in Virginia, if you wanted to have a drink, I'm sure it's totally different now. You got to go to a restaurant to have a drink. There's a bar on every corner.
Unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah, so I love Philly. It was fast paced. It was the highlight. So here I am. So yeah, that was our childhood. Used to come to Virginia sometimes.
Yep. Spend the summer, eat crabs all day because you know Virginia. The
Yes,
South.
blue
We had all
crabs.
types of crabs: fried crabs, soft shell crabs,
Deviled crabs, steamed crabs,
whatever kind of crab you
crab
wanted, we had it.
cake, crab soup.
Now I do miss those days because they don't have crabs like they had back in the day. For some
No.
reason, they're just
Not
the
unless you go to
same.
Baltimore and pay $75 for 3 crabs.
Yeah, but even still, like I just feel like the crabs back in the day were better. They were bigger, bluer.
Mm-hmm.
They were just better. But
Absolutely. Oh, cheers to our first episode.
cheers.
Hey, cheers to Girl Talk.
Yes.
So what's trending in your life right now, Pat? Well, not in your life per se, but just what's trending? What's going on in the world? There's a lot of stuff happening. Where you want to start?
It is a lot of stuff. I mean, what about like the government shutdown? I mean, I'm not affected by it, thank God, but I know that there's a lot of people that is affected by, you know, the government shutdown. And,
It's ass. It's ass. It's
Yeah.
affecting me. Cutting all the aftercare programs out. You know, I got the little guy.
Yeah.
So no aftercare program. No food stamp hookup. So yeah.
Oh, that, yeah.
It is affecting. It's affecting people like within my family, like my brother. Anybody that's in my family that has a government job is definitely affecting them. But I did hear that there's supposed to be something going on, like right after the election, where there's a possibility that the government shutdown may be lifted. I don't know. But I know this is a really effed up time for this to happen because it's the holidays.
It really is.
And I know I'm making, a joke about the whole food stamp hookup. It's not a joke, I'm dead serious. But holidays, like
Thanksgiving,
Christmas,
and those families that really
depend on it.
need like the SNAP benefits. It's like,
Yep.
but I did hear though that in Pennsylvania, Governor Shapiro, he actually like released food stamps for
November.
last Friday,
Oh, okay. That's good.
November 7th. So
Yes.
all those people, like all the Pennsylvanians that's, didn't get their food stamps, they should have gotten something
By now.
by now.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's a
good.
good,
Yes.
that's a good step.
Stock up because we don't know what's going on. What's
Yeah.
gonna be the next move or not. So yeah.
What's up
And
with
something
you?
else. Well, you know me, married, working.
Yeah.
I don't have that. The single life. It's completely different.
Okay, although I am single,
Okay.
once married, once divorced. But that's
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
No,
So
that's
you've
a
been
whole
married.
nother
No,
subject.
not the marriage specifically, but you've been married. I'm married now. This is not my first, but I'm married now. You've been married before. So is marriage really hard?
It's not really hard if both people are working together towards it.
Okay.
Now, like when it's just one person that's doing the bulk of everything and the other person is just kind of lackadaisical, then yeah, things can kind of get tough.
Okay.
But as long as two people are working towards it and you have open communication and stuff like that, then I think I think it'll work.
That's the piece right there. It sounds good. It's good. It's easy to say, but communication. I'm not gonna lie. I have a hard time with communicating, and I think that is one of the weak areas that I'll be transparent about, because it's not just in like relationships, but in general.
I think you're an excellent communicator, though. I mean,
I'm good at like I feel like I give great advice. I feel like I'm a great listener. I feel like I can say the right things when people need me without fluffing or bullshitting. But I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes like, taking your own advice is hard. But like,
well, you could always see someone else's situation a whole lot clearer because you're not directly in it. But trying to give yourself like, I don't know, direction is like, I don't know, like I'm too close. I can't really see it. I need
Exactly.
somebody else to.
Exactly. And I think for me, one of the reasons that communication is a little challenging for me is just a couple things. One, I can't stand when I say something or I spill my heart out or I communicate and I gotta hear you throw it back up in my face later.
I know.
That shit pisses me off.
Listen, let me tell you something. That has ruined a couple of really good long-term friendships in my life. Because I would like confide in you, and then you turn around and throw it back up in my face is like the worst.
Or
thing
even not
ever.
just confiding, even if you're having a conversation and just part of that conversation, I don't want to hear about it later. Don't use what I said against me or throw it back up in my face. Like we had that conversation. That's what it was. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like
and
it.
It's
so much so, like I said, it has ruined a couple of long-term friendships. Like as soon as it happened, it's like, okay, I got you.
Now the friendship is different, but when you're in a relationship, you just cut it.
No,
You
can't.
You can't. Right. So yeah, that's a struggle for me. That's something that I'm working on. That's a reason why. And then I'm a processor. So sometimes I need to think about what I'm going to say first. You laughing.
No, you know what? I don't get that at all.
You're not the only person that don't get it.
I don't get that at all.
You know why?
I'm
because
used to you just like snapping off.
That's the problem. I don't want to snap off. I gotta, my mouth.
I'm the thinker. Okay, like somebody will say something sideways to me, and then I'm thinking about, should I say this or should I say that? And then I don't say anything. And then when I get home, I'm so mad at myself because I'm like, I should have said this and I should have said that. But I'm built that way. I'm Aquarius, so
Crybabies.
We're overthinkers.
Y'all on the border, because Capricorns are overthinkers too. I know I'm an overthinker, which is why I need processing time. I need to think about it because one, like you said, I'm flipped. And I've worked really, really hard with curbing my mouth because, I had a horrible mouth. So I sometimes have to think about what I'm going to say because I don't want to speak in the moment, especially if I'm mad, because I don't want to say anything that I'm only saying to be hurtful if I don't really mean it, and I know I'm mad. So some of that processing is de-escalating myself and filtering myself because sometimes it's not even worth all of that I'm going to say if I'm mad.
But then it also happens too, like as we get older and we learn, maturity and stuff like that. So we learn from the lessons of like flipping off or whatever. So now it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings right now. So let me just pull back and think about it.
That definitely takes a mature person. So I just have to work on I definitely got to work on communicating, but just not filtering. And speaking of, since we were talking about relationships and communication, you were saying something earlier about the whole 50-50 thing that's trending now.
Oh, yeah, it is trending. So
what's trending?
So
because I ain't hear it.
So my son Josh was telling me, he said, Mom, so what do you think about 50-50 financially in relationships? And me being a thinker, I really had to think about it. I was like, you know what? I'm not really sure, but off the top of my head, I'm thinking it really shouldn't be 50-50.
It shouldn't be 50-50?
It shouldn't be 50-50.
So you're saying everything's 50-50 is everything split down the middle?
I don't think
It should not be.
No.
Why?
Only because the man in a relationship, especially if you are in a relationship and it's leading towards marriage, at least that's what it's supposed to be leading towards, then he has to be the provider. He's the leader of the household. He's the leader of the household, right?
So what's the split?
If everything is 50-50, right? Mm-hmm. The man is still going to expect his woman to cook a good meal and not just hot dogs and baked beans or whatever. You know, they want a good meal.
I don't think a good woman would give her man hot dogs and baked beans.
Okay, but I'm saying, okay, let me get to my point. Now, he wants her to cook. Now, she done worked all day, taking care of the kids, cleaning the house, doing laundry, this, that, and the third. Now, he's at work also. Okay, fine. But he's not doing the same, all of the things that the woman is expected to do.
Okay.
And so what I think happens is that like the woman becomes stressed. She gets overwhelmed and burdened down with a lot of things. And so then like when her husband or man comes to her, then it's like, baby, come on, let's, like, I'm tired.
That's what, you can say it. Say it. I dare you, say it.
I'm tired. I done did all this other stuff. Da, 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 da. So now what happens is that the man wants his woman to be so feminine and doing all the feminine things.
Oh, wait. Didn't you sign up for this when you...
But
okay,
when she becomes stressed and overburdened with all these things, trying to work, here, babe, like, here's my 50 to the rent or mortgage. Here's my 50 to the utilities. Here's my 50 for the food. Here's my 50 for the toilet paper. Like, come on. After a while, that femininity that the man is looking for in his woman is going to turn a little bit into, you know, like masculinity, because she's going to go into survival mode at some point because she has all this stuff happening. And I just think that it would cause a lot of stress in the relationship.
Okay. So what do you think the percentage is? Or should there be a percentage?
Now, I wouldn't say that it should be 100% man.
Because I feel
it would
like...
be nice, but maybe 80-20.
All right. I don't, me personally, I never thought about it in percentages. And just knowing how I am, like all those things that you listed, I feel like that's part of the commitment. That's part of what you signed up for.
Right.
So while it is and can be stress and overwhelming, like that's part of what you committed to do.
Yeah,
so
but see,
like figure it out so that it won't be overwhelming and stressful.
All of those things would be done a whole lot easier, a whole lot better.
Without the 50-50?
With a whole lot of grace without the 50-50.
I think, I can't say I agree or disagree
what do
with
you
the
guys
50-50.
Think? Comment.
I got a question.
Come on, we have a
Yes.
gentleman.
Come on.
A gentleman, you better describe.
My husband is here.
So
My husband, and he wants to jump in. We need a guy's perspective.
Yes.
No, he sits in the middle. I'm sorry. You want to come over here, honey?
You want to sit in the middle?
Yes.
It don't matter.
50-50?
So on the 50-50.
80-20?
On the 50-50.
He's not
Enlighten
drinking
me.
either.
Enlighten us.
You're talking about the money should be 50-50 as long as everything else should be 50-50? Or is it just the money?
It's just the money.
Finances.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so you threw the finances in there, so that's supposed to be 50-50, but it ain't fair because you feel as though the women do more with the cooking, the cleaning. Okay, so how about when things go wrong with the house? How about when the grass needs to be cut? How about when the car needs to be done? Do the women do that? Do the men do
no,
that?
the man does that.
Okay, then, so that's still
He is the provider.
That equals up to the part that you do with the cleaning and the cooking. So that's still part of the 50-50.
Right. But cutting the grass is not every day. Okay. Fixing the car is not an everyday thing. Like the car is not going to break down every day and the grass is not going to grow 5 or 10 inches every freaking day. I'm talking about a daily duties that women have to do on the daily and work so that she can make that 50%.
I think that's definitely a conversation that people should make sure they have in the early stages of the
Yes.
relationship. Because I never put percentages or anything or expected anything. I think it was a conversation that we just told each other like how things were gonna be when and it worked. It's
Well,
not a 50.
I think it kind of you have to look at each individual because your job may be something. It may be making more money than me.
Now,
If she's the breadwinner, if
like
the woman is the
Sharice
breadwinner,
was
then what?
saying, like all of these things will have to be discussed earlier on. So if she is the main breadwinner, okay, so when I get home from work, then I want the kids' homework done. Okay, like I'm not asking for like a 4 or 5
Course meal.
So did you
course
look-
meal or whatever and all this other stuff. But yeah, like I don't want to come home from work and homework's not done. The kids haven't been fed, and the same light bulb that was out this morning is out when I get home from work. Like, no.
Fix the light bulb, babe.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so
You laying
what
in
you
the
going
same
into it-
position that you was when I left this morning. So things would have to be discussed like way earlier on.
All right, but because you know the way you are, right? You know this is what you would expect if you was the breadwinner and so forth and so forth. Would you look into that, into your man before you start dating or getting serious with him? You know he would have to be capable of doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he would have to be. And so, listen, like this topic was actually just brought to me today. So I'm
No, we're
giving
not
you-
bowing out. You are not bowing out.
So,
You
like-
stand in your ground. This is girl talk. You stand your ground on girl talk.
I'm giving you my perspective. You know, like I said, right off the top of my head, I don't think it should be 50-50.
You think it should be more.
The
cover all
man-
finances.
Or 80-20. But if she's stressed out again, because she's trying to make that 50%, then
I think
she's going to be stressed out, whatever, and then she's going to start like being like in her little masculine mode. Like,
She doesn't have to be stressed out. And he doesn't have to be stressed out. And it doesn't have to be a problem. One reason, if you have communication.
back to communication. But the thing is, the man is the provider. He is the leader of the household. He leads his wife to God. He leads them in prayer. He leads them in the direction that he wants the relationship to go for the future.
I don't agree with that. Because, you know, in today's world, you Beyonce women and Cardi B women, all that, y'all are women.
That's true.
So, and
But they making
besides-
plenty money though. I'm talking about
Exactly.
like the regular teachers, the program managers, the
Can't categorize them.
cashiers and stuff like that,
You
whatever.
Because no matter
Why not?
Because depending on your
They
your
got
money,
somebody
your
to watch your
status,
kids, I'm sure.
It depends
cook
on your
their
money.
food.
If your money status is the factor, then that means you gotta live by your budget. You can't live like Cardi B and Beyonce if you
Right.
only making the people who you said making their money or whatever the case may be. So it's going to come down to conversation between
Yes.
you and the woman.
So
For
your
sure.
take on it though.
I
You don't
believe
think that
there's
it
no-
should be 50-50.
I don't believe it. No. I don't believe it.
So
Do
what
you believe any percentage at
Yeah.
all? Or do you just
No,
believe
I
having a
believe- I
conversation?
believe you getting to know your mate, knowing what they're making, know what you're making, know what y'all getting into, because y'all are sharing the house together, y'all sharing the car together, y'all
And
sharing
figure
the
out who
kids
can do
together.
what.
Y'all figure out what y'all can do and compromise on that. But you can't just jump into a relationship and say, well, I'm the female, you the male, you're going to pay for everything. I'm going to make sure you eat and your clothes is cooked. I mean, wash.
Unless the man comes into that, like, baby, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I just pay all the
Right.
bills. Just make sure I got a meal and my house is clean.
Right.
But,
so
like,
back to the very beginning.
that's not
like what I
the
said.
reality anymore.
That conversation would have to be brought up like earlier on in the
Because I have a sister,
Like,
I have
earlier
two
on in the
sisters
relationship.
that relationship will go different both ways. One of my sisters is very strong. Whereas though she feels though she'll take on the finances as long as she got a good man to take care of her. My other sister feels though matter of fact, both of them feel like they'll take on the finances. They love Quell to cook and take care of her, but he does his part as well. And Mika just love to have a strong man. So it doesn't have to be about finances, who do what, does what. It's knowing your partner and being able to communicate.
That's true, because I actually remember the conversation that we had when we were thinking about buying the house. Yeah, because no, I'm laughing because my feelings got a little hurt when he was saying like what he was gonna do, and I'm like, I have something to bring to the table. He was like, "Boo, what you make? I make in a week." And I'm like, fine, but I get it, like, and I appreciated it because like he understood my finances and he didn't put any pressure on me because he knew what it was. So that made me feel better. And I also, figured out other ways that I could bring to the table with what I had. So it's definitely a conversation. I don't think it's going to work without a conversation. Because can you imagine not talking about it and then when time comes, it's like, all right, where you half?
Exactly. And they're like, or she's like, what you mean?
Or then she may be saying that now, but then once she realized that this is out of stack, she ain't got the bills to pay the more in the house, whatever. Now she go spend it on pocketbooks and this and that and this and that.
Spend it
How about when he
on
need
me?
a helping hand?
Then she give it to him.
She don't have it.
So that's why.
She's spending it on everything else. Spending
Well,
her shoes,
then,
her pocketbooks, her hair, and everything.
Again.
So that's when
that
you know
goes back
who
into
you're
the
dealing
freaking
with.
Conversation. To
You
be
gotta
like,
know whether or
Look,
not
all those problems from the beginning. Just
Exactly.
having a conversation, finding out like where their head is at, where their priorities are. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh,
Thank you for your insight.
Thank you.
Thanks, babe.
you're welcome.
Smooches.
Although it's girl talk,
That's okay. From time
We
to
needed a
time,
male
we'll have a male perspective. It
Yes.
always helps. But I do think that was a good one. That
I
whole
appreciate it.
that 50-50 thing, because that's a big deal, and a lot of people don't have those conversations, and then when they get into the relationships, then one of the biggest things that will make a marriage fail is finances. So that's good.
And like I'm gonna be real with you too. Like on a personal level, my first marriage, well, my only marriage, I was the
I
breadwinner.
feel like that was a stab, but it's okay.
No. Listen, I would love to get married again.
You would?
Yes.
You would do it again?
But he would have to be the right guy. I mean, he would have to be the right guy. So
Somebody just called out a perspective.
So my thing is that
What's the right guy?
I was the breadwinner.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I remember.
And it was very stressful. I had to take care of the kids and so like all of like that light bulb thing that I was telling you about, like I go to work in the morning and I come home at night and that same light bulb is out. I'm throwing a hissy fit. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
So from having been through that experience, then yes, I would expect for my next husband, like to be more mindful and helpful, like and considerate, like about how things are shared, within the household.
Okay. Sorry, this net is driving me crazy. So yeah, you said so you would do it all over again.
I would.
Okay.
I mean, not taking care of his ass.
Right, but you would try marriage again.
Yes.
What's the right guy? I hear people talk about a type. Do you have a type? Is there such thing as a type?
I used to have a type, but I don't have a type anymore.
I had a type. I still got a type.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a type anymore.
But you know
it's
what
like,
though? Like being single in this day and age, like it's hard out here.
So you
like
can't
even like if you were to find a guy that you really like, whatever, it's like it boils down like to trust, because it just seems like everybody's for everybody nowadays, and I'm not going for that.
Yeah.
Like I would be single. I would have my little dog, little Kobe. Come here, let's go for a walk, boy. Let's go.
Well, so what's the right type? Is there a right type?
I think that it all depends on the woman.
Because when you hear about
for
type,
me-
the first thing people say about type is he gotta be
I
tall,
know,
brown
dark,
skin,
handsome, this, that, and the
da-da-da-da.
third. You know, he gotta
Right.
make money.
So what's
and
the
this, that, and
right
the
type?
other.
If you could define
He would
that.
have to be honest,
Honest.
loyal, funny. Like he would have to, make me laugh because that's important. I think in a relationship, and he would have to be very passionate though.
Okay. Well, look at you. All passion,
I
passionate.
love
Why you not drinking?
a passionate person.
Thank
passionate
you.
guy.
Jeez, I'm almost done.
So-
Catch up.
I know. I'm running my mouth this way.
That's okay. So type. So that would be like a personal type. I think, like you said, it is hard out here. It's hard to have a type because your type might not even be what's out here
He
now.
not loyal. He not this. He not that.
Yeah. And I have non-negotiables.
And listen, I don't chase. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I attract.
Yes. Never been a chaser.
I don't chase.
That's that smelling shit. We don't chase. Hey.
So if I feel as though like, hey, I got to keep asking you the same questions, like I got to keep asking you what's up, blah blah blah. I'm not going to keep doing that. Then all of a sudden, I'm just going to veer off, and then you're not going to hear from me no more because that's just what I do.
Yeah, I totally get that. That was one of the things that Rob and I laugh about because, we had 20-something years ago, we had we were friends, always been friends. We had a brief little, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, you were too wild for me and I do not chase. And I was not going to be like all those other girls. And yes, I'm saying it. Chasing you around because you are who you are. I don't know. But I was like, I'm not going to chase you. So I definitely get that. And it worked because 20 years later, he came back and found me. But no, for sure. It's just, I think it's just really hard out here. And like, I'm grateful I found someone. But before, I was celibate, not dating. My phone was dry as shit. I wasn't talking to nobody for 2 years straight. And I pride myself in that because that's hard. It's hard. I cheated a little bit because I like worked, so that like took my mind off of things, and I had basketball, so that helped a little bit.
Because I feel like like during the times that you're not in a relationship, that's the time like to work on yourself, like to find yourself, the things that you like to do.
But that's also the time that a lot of women get caught up. And I read a very, very good point not long ago from a single person. We were talking about dating, and they said like, don't start dating when you're hungry. Don't start looking to date when you're hungry.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's
like,
just like going to the supermarket hungry.
When you hungry,
pick up everything.
Any and everything. So, yeah, that 2-year hiatus, just like focusing on me, focusing on the kids, focusing on the career, like it helped. But what made it a little easier, though, was just because, again, like it's just different out here. And I'm not one to, I've had my time back in the day when, I was out there a little promiscuous, everybody did it. But baby, today.
You can't do that.
Click clank.
You can't do that.
No, you can't be out here doing, just being a free bird.
I say single, that I am single. I am dating.
Okay.
But I will say that I'm single until I'm married.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like whatever type of application you fill out, it says married, single, divorced, widowed. It don't say nothing about boyfriend, this and that. No.
So you're single until you married?
I'm single until I'm married.
Okay.
But I am.
You are dating. How is it? Is it fun? Are you having a good time with it? Is it challenging?
It is fun. And yes, like it does have its challenges because, again, like it's at like the beginning stages. So you're trying to figure out, okay, like what this person is about, like what you like to do. Would you be the provider? You know, things like that. So
have you had a bad like ass date? Like you're like, what the fuck? Have you had one of those?
No.
You haven't? Okay, good. I was just curious. I just wanted to hear.
No.
No. So far, any prospects?
Yeah.
I mean, prospects to continue dating, but not prospects like he might be the one. All
We're gonna
right.
table that.
Okay, we can table that.
We're gonna table that.
Okay. Oh shit. That's one of them late night
I
cousin
know, but
conversations.
it's time
She
to
picked
pick
up
up
the
the
drink
drink
on
with
that
that
one. Well, no, that's good. That's good because I know it's not easy,
But it's
and
fun.
I know.
It is fun, but
Well, I would
just
love
have
to
to
see
be
you
careful.
married again. I know that
me
you
too.
are a good woman, and I remember, like, I know how you're a nurturer, and you like to take care of things. I used to always, not used to, but just admire, like, how creative you are. I take some of your creativity ideas, just like for my conversations and stuff, just for all kinds of stuff, like unfiltered, unadulterated. Some of the little bedroom tricks and just, family stuff. It's like you're just like creative. I'm like, okay. So I would love to see you married again. Would you have a wedding? Because you did that before. You had the big wedding. Would you do the wedding again?
I would actually want it to be small and intimate.
Okay.
Small and intimate.
I would never have a fucking wedding ever
I mean,
again.
I wouldn't even really mind, like just getting married,
Having a nice party or reception or something.
going on vacation. We're not, vacation, but
Like a destination wedding.
like a nice honeymoon, and then coming back and having an awesome party.
Yes.
I think that would be
really nice.
like put the money into the food,
Yep.
the drinks,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, the venue.
Planning weddings, that shit is stressful.
I know.
Very stressful. And I wouldn't do it. It was fun for me when I was wedding planning. Yeah, you did that with me too. Yes. I'm telling you, we've been through everything together. We've done everything together. That's stressful. Like that's a job trying to make somebody else's vision. But my own wedding, if I could
That's because
change,
you're so close up to it.
But I thought I wasn't because I had somebody that was completely planning it. But you just.
But it's your wedding, so you want to make sure everything
Never,
is...
ever, ever. If he would have given me the opportunity to say, let's just go get married and have a big party afterwards, it would have been like the party of the year. But I would never do a wedding again. Like, no. It's too much.
Yeah.
We got birthdays coming up.
I know.
What are we doing?
I don't know, but the last time I think that we went to Jamaica right before COVID hit.
Oh my God, yes. We did go to Jamaica. Cousins took over Jamaica.
It was in January
2020.
2020.
Yep.
And about 2 weeks later or something, like mid-February.
Maybe a week later. No, January. It was like March. Well, it was February, but by March they shut the whole city down.
So
we just made it.
So we just made it, and we had a blast. So I think that we should go away again.
In January? Like this January coming?
Why not? Or February?
Oh, that would be nice. I hadn't thought about that. I don't know what I was thinking about. This is our 54th. Bitch, I'm proud. Because I know I don't look 54. And...
Yes.
And the youngins,
54.
the little YNs still be like, Ma.
I know,
little boy, get out of
I'm
here.
Like, listen, my son is your age. Okay?
Exactly. I would take your whole little ShopRite check. Get out of here.
Knock it off. Okay.
Yes, they be trying it though. They be trying it. Well, Pat, I think this is going to wrap up our first episode of Girl Talk. This was fun.
It was really fun.
We're planning to do this on a weekly basis, just once a week for starters, just to see how things go. But I just want to remind everybody, if you liked it, make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. We'd love to hear your feedback, your ideas.
Any questions?
Yep. Any questions, any topics.
Yeah.
If you'd like to even be a part of this platform, feel free to reach out and we can bring you on. I want some male perspectives. I know I got some ladies out here that got a whole lot to say. So make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, and anything you want to leave them with?
No, just I'll see you later.
It wasn't that bad, right?
It wasn't. It was fine.
You were nervous at first?
At first, it's my first time.
I was a little nervous too, because I'm usually with Rob, and then like he's talking about being judged, and I know he's gonna have a whole shitload of stuff to tell me tonight. Like, you should have done that shit, you should have
Maybe
done
this
that.
or maybe that. No.
Yes.
I
But that's
think
okay.
you're gonna
I'll
have
take the
nothing but
constructive-
positive things to say because I think that we did.
But we
a
need
good
a
job.
constructive criticism, so
Yeah,
we'll know what to do
always.
the next time. So Until then, we will see you guys next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.